Hello students, today we will study family Umbelliferae, which is having a new name Apiaceae. Because it has umbel inflorescence, it is called Umbelliferae, and the Apiaceae word has been derived from the genus Apium graveolens. Today we will study the systematic position, economic importance and botanical description of the family. Let us first see the classification. It belongs to division Spermatophyta, subdivision Angiospermae, class Dicotyledonnae, subclass Polypetalae, series Calciflorae, order Umbellales, and the family is Umbelliferae. The distinguishing characters of the family are it has umbel inflorescence, essential oils in the plant parts, the leaves are decompound and aromatic, flowers may be actinomorphic or zygomorphic, there are two styles with stylopodium and fruit is cremocarp. Let us see the economic importance with some examples. First, vegetables. Daucus carota, that is the carrot. The taproot is edible. It is rich in beta carotene, good for eyes, liver, bronchitis and urinary troubles. Apium graveolens is the celery. The leaves are used in salad and they are also rich in vitamin A. Spices and condiments. Spices are the plant's parts which are added for flavor and they have some medicinal properties also, and condiments are the preparations like mayonnaise, sauce, etc. So these plants are used in spices and condiments. Coriandrum sativum is the coriander. Seeds are used and also leaves. They have carminative, that is digestive properties, and they are also anti-dysenteric. Cuminum cyminum is the cumin or jeera. Seeds are used. They are slightly pungent. They also have carminative and anti-dysenteric properties. Phoeniculum vulgaris is the fennel or soft. The seeds are used as mouth freshener and has cooling properties. Carum copticum is the ajwain or caraway called bishop's weed. They are also used in vomiting and hiccups. Let us see the medicinal importance of the family. Asafoetida, it is also called hing. It is the dried latex obtained from the roots of the plant. Chemically, it is the oleoresin and it is used in condiments. It stimulates respiratory and nervous system, also good for digestive system. Centella asiatica is the Indian pennywort or Brahmi. It has got another name, hydrocotyle. It is used as brain tonic in skin diseases and leprosy. Carum copticum, ajwain, as I told you, Cuminum cyminum and Phoeniculum vulgaris, they are also used in Ayurvedic medicines. These are some of the plants: coriander, cilantro, celery, mostly the leaves are used, cumin, fennel and carum, mostly the seeds are used. Daucus carota, the taproot is used. Brahmi, the leaves are used, very good brain tonic. Ferula asafoetida, this is the plant and this is the latex obtained which is used in food preparations. Conium maculatum is called the poison hemlock. This is the plant. The extract is highly poisonous and it was used to poison the famous Greek philosopher Socrates. Now it is used in treatment of cancer also. These are the two ornamental plants which are grown in mostly USA, Angelica and Heracleum, for their beautiful white umbel inflorescences. Let us see the botanical description. Now the habit, as you have seen, are aromatic herbs which are perennials or biennials. They have schizogenous oil ducts which are called as vitae in their plant parts. Habitat, most of the plants are mesophytes. Leaves, they are compound or decompound, that is much dissected. Exstipulate, alternate with sheathing leaf base, and the venation is reticulate. In hydrocotyle, leaves are simple. Inflorescence may be compound umbel or simple umbel. What is an umbel inflorescence? It is a racemose type of inflorescence in which the youngest flower is in the center or at the top and the older ones are at the base. But in the case of umbel inflorescence, the inflorescence is not elongated, it is condensed and the new flowers originate from the center and all the flowers develop equal stalks, so all the flowers come to a same height. So here you can see the flowers which are subtended by the involucre or circle of bracts. This is the simple umbel. In the case of compound umbel, each stalk again further branches into umbellets, and these are also subtended by the bracts. You can see here the simple umbel of Daucus carota. In compound umbel, you can see here the umbellets. This is the compound umbel of Phoeniculum. Let us see the botanical description. Continue. Flower. They are bracteate, actinomorphic or zygomorphic, bisexual, epigynous, pentamerous. There are two types of flowers in the inflorescence. Central flowers which are actinomorphic and peripheral flowers which are zygomorphic. Both are bisexual, epigynous and bracteate. Calyx. There are 5 sepals which may be free or united. Volvate or imbricate. Corolla. 5 petals, polypetalous, volvate or estivation. They may be equal or unequal. As I told you, central flowers and peripheral flowers. In coriander, central flowers have 5 equal petals, but peripheral flowers have zygomorphic corolla, that is 2 plus 2 plus 1 type. Androecium, there are 5 free stamens alternating with petals, dithecous, and they are dorsifix or versatile. You can see here the central flower and the peripheral flower. Peripheral flower is zygomorphic, this is actinomorphic. In this also you can see very clearly the central flowers and the peripheral flowers are zygomorphic or unequal corolla. This is the diagram of Coriander sativum, the compound umbel. This is the umbellet. This is the central flower with equal corolla. This is the longitudinal section of the flower. You can see here the inferior ovary. This is the fruit. It is the cremocarp. Gynoecium. Bicarpellary syncarpus. You can see here bicarpellary syncarpus. Inferior ovary. Anatropous ovule, which is pendulous, that is hangs from the top on the basal placentation. The thalamus is extended inside the ovary to form carpophore. There is a swollen disc called stylopodium from where the 2 styles arise. You can see this is the disc called stylopodium. Fruit is a dry cremocarp which splits into 2 pieces called mericarps. These are the 2 mericarps. This is the thalamus which extends inside the ovary. This is called as carpophore. The fruit is dry and dehiscent, that is dehisces itself. The fruit develops from bicarpellary syncarpus and inferior ovary. This is the floral formula of coriander. Inferior ovary. Peripheral flowers are zygomorphic, central flowers are actinomorphic. This is the floral diagram of central and peripheral flower. Bracteate, calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. This is zygomorphic, this is actinomorphic.